I say it's fraud. It's fraud. Something going on hanky-panky.
For nearly 4 years, Channel 2 Action News has been investigating local con artists taking over metro area houses. They started with foreclosures, but now we've caught them targeting empty houses with real owners, then renting those houses to other people. Channel 2's investigative reporter Jody Fleischer is here now with how they keep getting away with it and the new action that could protect every Georgia homeowner. Jody.
Jovita, these guys just keep slipping through the law enforcement net. They get arrested, but are right back out there stealing more houses. It's as easy as filing one piece of paper at the county courthouse. Now it's happened to an elderly woman who called us for help, and she could be the one to stop them for good.
Of all people, I'm 74 years old. Why would somebody steal a house? Can't believe that.
Fannie McDaniel bought this Riverdale home as an investment property. Then last fall, she didn't get her tax bill and called Clayton County.
She said, you don't even own the house anymore. So I said, how could that be? Yes, I had the mortgage, been up to date and everything.
But the county's property record now lists JMM Assets and Acquisitions as the owner. It shows this document filed in April saying Fannie signed the property over to JMM in 2009.
I had already said, I know it's somebody forged my signature, and when I see it, this doesn't look anything like mine.
A Channel 2 Action News investigation found 26 houses taken over by the same group under several names. The one thing every deed had in common, the notary stamp of Verod Stewart, a name we recognized.
Mr. Stewart, do you want to tell us why you're doing this?
Last May, we caught up with Stewart outside the DeKalb County Courthouse, where 14 of those bogus deeds were filed.
I feel threatened by your presence.
Sir, we're on public property. I'm just asking you questions. Why would you feel threatened by me?
I feel threatened by your presence, ma'am. I'm warning you ahead of time. I feel threatened by your presence.
At the time, Stewart and his cohorts had taken over this $1 million foreclosure in Lithonia, keeping the new buyers from moving in. He and Jermaine Gibson got arrested. It wasn't Gibson's first.
I just went to court for that and got put on that guilty. No, sir.
In 2010, it took this to get Gibson out of another Lithonia home after a Channel 2 investigation uncovered 18 fake deeds filed for properties in 8 counties. But one suspect convinced a jury that taking over bank-owned homes was really no big deal.
The indictment says they are victims. Where are these victims?
The prosecutor was stunned.
Not guilty.
When the jury found the men not guilty. Within months, they were right back at it.
I blame the law. I don't blame those juries.
We showed the latest group of bogus deeds to legislators.
Well, it's just plain wrong, and let's be quite blunt about it. These folks are con artists.
This time, the con goes even further. We found they're renting out at least 3 of the homes to families.
This is awful. This is awful. I'm not believing this right now.
Ombre Johnson lives in this home on Misty Lake Road in Ellenwood. It's really owned by a bank, but her lease says JMM Assets, signed by none other than Verod Stewart.
Do you pay him rent?
Absolutely, every month. And I can't be put out. I have a real home. You know what I mean? Like, with real children. You know, I worked too hard for this.
If the law isn't strong enough to go after these guys, then we need to change the law. I think it's time for us to take a serious look at it and impose some serious penalties.
But Fannie isn't waiting around.
I'm here to file a police report.
Clayton County Police opened an investigation right away.
That obviously we want to make sure your property is rightfully restored to your ownership.
The FBI and DeKalb Police are also joining forces.
If you're sitting in one of those homes that don't belong to you and you're operating in this way, you are going to get arrested.
Fannie says it can't happen fast enough.
They need to be prosecuted to the fullest.
We couldn't find Verod Stewart in person this time. After all, he is linked to dozens of addresses. I did reach him by phone, though. He told me he thought his companies did own all of those houses. And he said he's never received any money from those renters.
Jody, you know, this is amazing how this continues. What's going to happen now? Is there any way to put a stop to all of this?
Well, those legislators are working on that. Just this week, they introduced a new bill making it a felony to file paperwork on a property you don't have rights to. And of course, the criminal investigation is already in the works, too.
So what can we do as citizens to protect ourselves from these kinds of people?
Well, every metro area county has a website for property records. You can go online and search using your name or address and make sure your house is still yours. In some other states, there are companies that alert a homeowner when a new deed is filed, but we did not find any Georgia counties doing that yet.
We look forward to more on this, Jody.
Thank you.